back, everybody. How are you? Welcome back to the Harlem FKN Globetrotters with Paris Saint-Germain. We are back a little bit earlier in this preseason because, as you can see, we are in the FIFA Club World Cup. Now, it tells you about how worried about this competition I was, because I wasn't even thinking about it. I guess this is the first year that it has been converted into this big summer tournament. And as you can see, we are in Group B, along with Sao Paulo from Brazil and Club America of Mexico. We have played one game. We beat Club America. We'll talk about that just in a minute. But first of all, I wanted to just update you on how things are going with transfers, because the last time you were here, we spoke about our plans. And we have had a couple of little things going on. I spoke about how we wanted Lucas Hernandez to be our left back. He really is my number one priority. We had a £55 million bid accepted by Bayern Munich. Unfortunately, the board wouldn't allow it through because of our budget situation. We have no transfer budget. I did speak with the board. I asked them to try and push this through. They refused. I guess I can't complain because they have allowed us to spend a lot of money, but they were pretty adamant that they weren't going to authorize this signing. So we've got it on delay, but we are going to have to try to raise funds. And right now, I'm not convinced about our ability to raise those £50 million. We may have another go for him on a loan basis with an obligation to buy. See if that works, but right now it is not looking good. So that's a big disappointment as it stands. We've still got plenty of time in the transfer window to try and get that arranged. The other transfer that we have got in process is Andrea Belotti from Torino, the Italian international striker. He is available on a free transfer. We've given an offer for him. I see him as being a really good backup to Mauro Icardi. If we have a little look at the two of them side by side, you can see that Mauro Icardi is the better attacker. Excuse my voice. Mauro Icardi is the better attacker. He is the better player. But they are pretty similar. They are pretty similar. And Belotti is actually, in terms of his mentals, is actually pretty far ahead of Mauro Icardi. So I think that they're two very similar players with similar attributes. And I think Andrea Belotti could be a really, really good backup when we need to rotate in Ligue 1 and the French Cup, or if we've got some injuries. It could be a really, really good free transfer signing. You can see there the idea is bring him in on 145,000 a week. There is a signing on fee. So again, I don't know if the board are going to authorize it. We've got to wait and see what happens about that. But that's where we are with players in right now. If we have a look at our squad before we go into this game with Sao Paulo, we have moved Julian Draxler on. He has gone on loan to Lyon, but he is going to be joining them permanently at the end of this season. He is going to join them for 18.5 million with £1 million loan fee for this season. So it's a really, really good deal. We've got his £59,000 a week off of the wage books. And he's guaranteed to move on. So I'm really, really pleased about that. It's a player we really didn't need. And for next season to have those 18.5 million, that's really going to be handy. And also, Thilo Carrère has also moved on loan to Lille. He is going to be out of contract at the end of this season. We are not going to get a fee for him, but we have got his 81,000 a week off of the books as well. So again, I'm perfectly happy with that. Just trims the squad size down a little bit. It now gets us below our wage budget, and so really now the idea is going to be to see if we can move some players on. We have got a bunch of players listed, like Keylor Navas, like Sergio Rico, like Ander Herrera, who's now really not much of an option. He's really declining now at 32, coming on 33 years old. So really don't see a future for him in the team. Actually, Danilo Pereira, who I've registered for the Club World Cup. He's on the list as well, but I see him as a much better option now at 30 years old. Herrera has really declined. So we're trying to get rid of those two. And Pablo Sarabia, who's been on loan at Sporting and is supposedly worth 14 million. When he comes back, we're going to see if we can move him on as well. He's certainly not got any future at the club. So a good little playmaker, but nothing of the elite levels that we need. So from there, if we just go on and look at this game in Sao Paulo, unfortunately, the Sao Paulo uniforms are not loading. I presume because they have this name of SPO and not Sao Paulo anymore. So the game is not recognizing that the uniforms in the Brazilian pack correspond to this team. So that's disappointing. We're going to have to look at them with these horrible generic green shirts. But they are a pretty good team. Caleri, their striker, I mean, he's just solid. That's what their team is. It's a very, very solid team in all positions. They don't really have exceptional players, but they don't have bad players either. If we look at Bruno Alves in defense, again, just a really good, solid defender. So this is not going to be an easy game. You can see there, again, Lisiero is not bad at all. They don't have, obviously, the quality that we have, but they are certainly dangerous enough to cause us some problems. And if we look at Group B here, we're currently in second place on goal difference. We beat Club America 2-1. If we go and have a look at how we lined up for this game, if we just go back to last season, it's now gone over into the new season. We beat Club America 2-1. We played a rotated team, trying to give time to all the players who were lacking in match fitness, which a lot of them are because they've literally just come back from their summer break. So we played a real rotated team, a lot of unfit players. We substituted Messi and Neymar. Once we went 2-0 up, you can see that those two got the goals. Neymar playing as the forward, opened the scoring in the first half, assisted by Mbappe, who was excellent again on that left wing. We're going to be losing him at the end of the month. And then Neymar setting up Messi for a very nice curled finish inside the area in the second half. Then with the changes and the fact that we did have all these very tired players, Club America got one back, but although it was a little bit nervy to finish with that, they never really threatened us over the course of the game. So we came out of that with a 2-1, but then Sao Paulo beat them 2-0. So it means that Sao Paulo only need a draw from this game to make it through to the knockout rounds, which obviously I don't know how much of a priority the board are putting on this. But if we were to go out in the first round, it would obviously be a huge disaster. This is the team I'm going to play. We are struggling with fitness. If you've played the Club World Cup on Football Manager, you know that you get no pre-season preparation before going into the tournament. So everybody is very, very lacking in fitness. And I think I've made a mistake by not putting into training a focus on physical preparation as you would do in pre-season. I've put in a normal training program, and you can see here all the players who played the first game are absolutely shattered. They haven't recovered at all, I guess because we haven't been doing enough physical pre-season training. So changes from the bench are going to be very few, I think, for this game. But the team that's starting, apart from Messi and Neymar, who played the last game, who started the last game, everybody here is in pretty good physical condition. After this game, I'm going to apply more of a pre-season physical program, and we're going to see how we get on with that. We're going to see if that helps the players recover a little bit more, hopefully, before the second round of this tournament. Yeah, playing in the Club World Cup in this format, if you've done it in previous Football Managers, is always a real pain. trying to keep players fit and get players fit. They don't generally pick up their fitness until kind of getting to the semi-final stage. I'm going to see if with a more physical training program we can avoid that. But first of all, we have to get past Sao Paulo. So the Club World Cup here in China, and we are looking at a packed house for this game. Before I do the team talk, we're just going to look at the tactics. It's a team that everybody knows, really. We have got Hakimi on the right wing. Nicolas Soule played the first game. I wanted to get him minutes, and he is absolutely shattered. We do have on the bench Yusuf Jasici, who is now confirmed as our player. He hasn't made his debut yet. He could do that today. So that'd be nice if we can get him some minutes on the field as well. He is the only one that's come in. Everybody else is coming in the 1st of July. So it's still basically the same team from last season. And like I say, I do want to just set our marking duties. Want to get our wingers following back with their fullbacks. I don't want to take anything for granted here. Although we are the better team, I think Sao Paulo are kind of on the level of the other French Ligue 1 teams. They've got kind of that quality of player of the likes of Monaco and Strasbourg and teams like that. So as I say, I don't want to think that we're going to win this one easily in transition because they're playing wingers. I am going to go straight into the flanks rather than playing out through the fullbacks or the centre backs. And let's see if we can get the players motivated for this game. I've been very fortunate. I've put a lot of players on the transfer list. Unfortunately, they've all reacted pretty well. It hasn't caused any squad friction. So at the moment, everything looks good. Hopefully, over the next few weeks, we are going to get some interest in some of those players and hopefully be able to free up some money to be able to make a couple of new signings. I would still really like to be able to replace Mbappe with a left winger. I think that could be an issue if we don't get a decent replacement in for him. We've got Neymar. Outside of that, you're then looking at players like Di Maria filling in on the left, especially now that Draxler's going as well, or has already gone. And let's see here how things go in this game today. Hopefully, if we could get ahead early on, it would be good again just to be able to rest Messi and Neymar thinking about the next round. And no, well, this is definitely not going to be a penalty. I don't know why VAR is checking this. This is clearly outside the box. I don't think we needed VAR for that one. But Messi putting it in. It's a poor delivery, to be fair. Very easily dealt with. But you can see these first 5 minutes we do seem to be dominating. And Mauro Icardi gets his first goal of the Club World Cup. His first of the season. And hopefully this is a sign of things to come in this game. Hopefully it's going to be a nice, easy progression to the quarterfinals. But again, we really shouldn't take anything for granted. We've got to get the job done. And again, Bernat, he's got interest from Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. We haven't received any offers for him yet. Again, that's one I would really be keen to get done if that could help us raise the funds to bring in Hernandez. And again, we're just the fact that we're not fully pressing up on their defenders is just helping them having a little bit of possession now. We don't want to let them into the game. As Ronaldo goes forward, just tracked by Messi there. Messi and Neymar are going to get tired with the amount of defensive duties we're asking them to do. And we've really got to be careful here. Sao Paulo look comfortable at the back as Icardi makes it 2 on the break. again, with that little passage of play for Sao Paulo, I still don't feel 100% comfortable. But obviously now having a 2-goal cushion, that's very, very nice. Lovely ball from Verratti. What a finish from Icardi. Picking up this season the way he finished the last. Messi putting in another free kick. We'll come out to Wijnaldum. Can we make anything of this now? If Wijnaldum can get the ball back in. Back to Marquinhos. Our coaching staff actually recommending that we take the captaincy from Marquinhos and make Messi the captain. Got to see if maybe we do that. But well, right now you have to say we're comfortable as Sao Paulo now get an opportunity. If this goes in, and it has done, and Donnarumma didn't even move. Didn't even move for it. What a great free kick from Rigoni. You have to say that is an exceptional free kick. Messi already shattered. I'm going to give him till half time. Let's just try and get the players G'd up here. They're insisting that Messi needs to come off, and yeah, he is actually injured. So we are going to make that change after this play. And again, at 2-1 now, you feel like we do just need another goal just to be safe as Icardi completes his hat-trick. Surely that's not offside. Surely the cross from Bernat went backwards. And it is awarded. Yeah, I didn't think there was any possibility of that being offside. As Bernat got forward here, the only way... Well, it did go forward to be fair, but Icardi onside. Hat-trick for him. Comfortable in the game again. Again, if Sao Paulo were to get one back, he's well onside there. If Sao Paulo were to get one back, and we'll just pause it here to make this change, Messi from Mbappe, or do we want to make that change for somebody else? Do we perhaps bring on Yusuf Jakichi and move Di Maria out? I think we're going to do that just to get some proper fresh legs on, and we're going to move Di Maria to the right wing. So Yusuf Jakichi gets his debut. Really, really good squad player for us. I think he's going to really help out in the French Cup. And when we've got injuries, I think he's a really, really good playmaker to be able to bring in. Just adding really good depth to the squad. And Neymar is shattered as well. We will make that change at half time. We've got to have confidence that at 3-1 up, we can see this out. They have only had that one shot on target. Let's go with our assistant suggested a little bit of a G up for the players. They didn't really respond to it, but we have now got them well motivated. Let's just make that change from Neymar coming off now. He is looking very tired, as is Mauro Icardi. We are going to bring on, I think we'll bring on Isco rather than Mbappe again, just thinking about keeping people fit. And we'll make him an advanced playmaker there on support. So let's go back out into the field. We've only got 3 changes and we've already made 2. So we've got to hold one back, which at the moment I would plan to be for Mauro Icardi. Sergio Ramos has a good go and Verratti sees his shot go wide. That was a really good opportunity for 4-1 there. I would like another goal just to really kill it off. Now Sergio Ramos tired as well, and this is the trouble with this preseason format. As we win a penalty, when Wijnaldum goes down, I think it will be Icardi to take it of the players that are on the field. Icardi could get his 4th of the game here. It is Icardi. 4 goals for him. Dominant display. Let's get him off the field as well. We've still got half an hour to go, but I think even if we were to perhaps pick up an injury or something at the end of the game, we would still be all right. Let's bring Mbappe on. Depending on the date of our next game, this might be his final appearance for PSG. So can he perhaps sign off with a goal? Goalkeeper guessed the right way, but it's a good solid penalty from Icardi. What a performance from him. Yes, we want to make those changes. Let's praise the team. And now it's really just a case of seeing this out. We've got to have a look at the fitness of Ramos, Hakimi, Wijnaldum and Di Maria before the next game. Mbappe's going to be very tired again as well, as will Neymar and Messi. Hopefully Messi's injury is not serious. But hopefully we are well placed now going into the quarterfinals of the competition. The only big team that has gone out is Barcelona. They lost to, I believe, a Brazilian team in their group. And of course, with these small groups, you cannot afford to lose even one game. So they are out. Apart from that, all the big European names have qualified. And after this game here, we will see who we get in the next round. All in all, a really good, solid performance. The team looking good. Hakimi just sweeping up nicely there. Wouldn't want to concede another as Mbappe goes through. Can he finish with that goal? He can. If that is Mbappe signing off his Paris Saint-Germain career, it's a very nice way to finish. Defensive mistake here. The centre-back misses the ball, but Mbappe onto it in a flash. Finishes it nice and cool. And really, I had no need to worry. It's a really comfortable victory. Just the one shot on target for Sao Paulo. And that is a nice little win. Let's tell them that was good. I think we've got to be pleased with that performance. And the only thing we have to see now is how the players respond to the training schedule that we're going to put down for them. If physically they are going to be okay for the next game. Let's see who we get drawn against. That's Messi, only out for a couple of days, so that's nice. He should be back for the quarterfinal. And it's Bayern Munich. That's really not the game I wanted in the quarterfinals. Let's have a look here at the stages. Quarterfinals. So Manchester City would appear to have the easier game there. Chelsea against Tottenham, and Liverpool playing whoever finishes top in Group F. So I think looking at that, we've certainly got the toughest draw for the second round. That's going to be interesting. How are Bayern Munich's players in terms of their condition right now? If we look at their squad, yeah, they're looking pretty tired as well. So they're kind of suffering the same fate as us and everybody else. So hopefully, you can see Robert Lewandowski there is absolutely shattered. He is absolutely phenomenal in this game, by the way, and he is coming to the end of his contract. So I am going to set him as, can I declare interest as a top target? I'm going to try and unsettle him with the idea that we might be able to get him in on a free transfer for next season. His physicals, like all players his age, are maybe starting to decline, but they're still pretty good. Everything else is phenomenal. He's another player that would absolutely tear it up in League One. So that's our next game. We're going to carry on with pre-season. We will come back for that game. Let's have a look. If we just go and see how many days we've got to prepare, just 2 days. So this is going to be pretty full out. We will come back for that game, and we will let you know if there's any further developments in the transfers during the course of this pre-season.